He was just walking around here. He's a good boy. Very good boy. Hello everybody, it's Mav Dominus, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be talking about the SML drama of 2025. What an interesting way for the year to start. So, for those of you who have been living under a rock, the SML community is up in flames, and I'm not just talking about the LA fires, I'm talking about Logan being exposed, WH2 being exposed, and pretty much the SML community basically all agree that this is the worst time to be an SML fan because there's just so much drama. And originally, I wasn't really going to be talking about it because I have no personal stake in it, but then I realized I can milk this. I can make a video talking about the drama, and I get ad revenue. And if I get ad revenue, I make a lot of money. So, you know what? I'm doing this for the money. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, the first SML drama of 2025 really didn't even start in 2025, but rather was a carryover of what happened in December of 2024, when Chili posted a screenshot telling everybody to follow Logan's new girlfriend. And everybody was confused because up to that point, we assumed that Logan and Chili were together because they were raising Lily, but Chili clarified that that was not the case. In fact, Chili and Logan are not even dating. They're not in love. They're only together to co-parent Lily, and that's it. Now, I'm not going to judge that family arrangement because it's not really my place, and quite frankly, it's not that big of a deal. Whatever works for them, it works for them. But the point is, it basically means that Logan is free to date whoever he wants. And oh boy, did it discover a rabbit hole of Logan's crazy ex-girlfriends, and you really start to question what exactly is Logan's taste in women, because there was just so much drama between Logan's ex-girlfriends. They were basically accusing Logan of doing this. There's screenshots and audio recordings, video footage of the girlfriends going crazy, or they were saying that Logan was about to do this horrible thing to them. Now, most of this happened 4 years ago, so some may question why it's even relevant, but it really does beg the question, what exactly is Logan's deal? I mean, he's a bit of a man whore. He's a bit of a man slut. It feels like he just goes from one girl, but then turns out she was crazy, so he goes to the next one. But turns out she was also crazy, so he goes to the next one. And then that final girl basically didn't want anything to do with him because of just how chaotic Logan's life is. And yeah, you know, why couldn't Logan have just settled with Chili, alright? Chili seems to be a rather decent girl for what we know, so like, I don't know, it feels weird that Logan is just this unfaithful dude who basically won't settle for one girl. And you know what they say, the more you date, the more crazy you become. You know, it's just, this doesn't just apply to women, it applies to guys too. Imagine how many girlfriends or boyfriends you just plow through, you're never gonna be satisfied, you know. Humans were never meant to be a polygamous species, alright? I'm just saying that much. You know, the worst part about this is the fact that when Lily grows up and she's able to comprehend everything and goes onto YouTube and discovers all of this drama, her perception of how she sees her parents is just going to be completely ruined. Now, hopefully Logan and Chili, when that time comes, it's not going to be a what if, it's going to be a when. When that time comes, I hope Logan and Chili can very maturely explain to Lily about the drama and, you know, try to mitigate the damage as much as possible. But I have a feeling Lily's perception is just going to be ruined forever. But, you know what? We'll just have to wait and see what happens in the future. All we know is that Logan really needs to keep it in his pants, and let's hope that this drama doesn't start up again. But as it turns out, Logan turning out to be a man slut was just the least of our problems. Sometime in early January, Plush Crossing would release a video exposing Logan as a horrible human being, but then he would delete that video as soon as he realizes that the video is kind of awful. But there's a rule on the internet. Once you post something, it never goes away, because somebody would have screenshotted or downloaded it. And one of those people was me. I re-uploaded that video, and everybody in the comment section basically criticized Plush Crossing for essentially being a breadtuber offended at dark humor. And look, why are we still doing this? Dark humor and offensive jokes are not meant to be taken seriously. They're just that. They're jokes. Sure, they're poking fun or doing something at the expense of something tragic or something other that's dark humorous, but you gotta think for a moment. You're going out of your way to seek out this type of content, And once you seek it out, you're basically trying to take it down and ruin everybody's enjoyment of it, when really all you gotta do is just walk away and ignore it. It's really that simple. But oh no, Logan is doing dark, offensive humor. Oh no, he makes stereotypes and makes fun of that. Oh no, wow, you're not supposed to take it seriously. Logan is like South Park or Filthy Frank, where the dark humor is a part of comedy. And comedy is something that you're supposed to enjoy. You're supposed to laugh at it. You're not really supposed to take it seriously unless the person that's making the comedy is actually genuinely trying to be hurtful, in which case they're not being funny, they're just being an asshole. But if they're doing it for comedic purposes and they're making dark humor just to be funny, just for the sake of it, what's the harm? All right, all you guys do is just walk away if that's not your type of humor. But oh no, Plush Crossing decided to make a video. Look how bad Logan is because he makes these dark humorous video. Oh no, Lance said the N-word one time when nobody really cared until now. And I'm pretty sure Lavelle, the black guy on the crew, doesn't really care. So, you know, if it's not that big of a deal, then what's the harm? What's the offense here? Plush Crossing's drama video exposing Logan is basically just really, really bad. I can see why he'd take it down, but you know what? I'm re-uploading on my channel for archival purposes because I feel like he needs to own up to it. You made a terrible video, own that shit. Now, to be fair, the video does make some good points on Logan, but it begs the question why the video need to be 30 minutes long when you could have just had like a 5-minute video talking about the few things that Logan did do wrong. It just doesn't make that much sense to make like a whole 30-minute video where most of it is just really pointless. But hey, if it makes ad revenue, it makes ad revenue. So, you know what? I won't judge there. Now, this final drama, this is probably the biggest one yet. Now, if you thought Logan's response to the allegations was really terrible, wait until you get a load of a 1-minute long response from WH Dude because, oh boy, now we're really digging into the meat of things. But for those of you who don't know who Darkrai is, he's basically a YouTube commentary channel that's in the same style as Leafy's here, so you already know it's terrible. Most of his content is just this rather bland, uninspired commentary videos that were designed to be rage bait, but they don't even succeed in that because they don't get a lot of views. What does get a lot of views, however, is his SML related content, whether it be exposing Zeke or Aquatic Neptune. When he makes a video talking about the SML community, those are his most successful because he's actually talking about something of substance, and most recently he talked about WH Dude. Again, because he actually already made a video talking about WH Dude, exposing him for being a gooner lolicon, to say the least, and I don't think I need to explain why that's bad. I know some people are going to call me out and say that I actually defended Dub on all of these, but this was back when I was a teenager that didn't really care too much about this stuff, but now that I'm an adult with adult responsibilities, I think I'm allowed to change my opinions and mind on this. Now, I will be honest, I am rather mixed on Darkray's latest video on Dub because a lot of it is just not even relevant. Like, what does the WH Dude versus Flamey drama have anything to do with what you're talking about, right? It's just not relevant. So I will be getting to the part that actually is relevant. In the video, Darkray essentially pointed out that Dub was dating a 12-year-old. Now, in Dub's defense, he didn't know that the girl was 12. He essentially got catfished. But Darkray does point out that Dub should have made more of an effort to actually verify her real age. And that's exactly the problem with e-dating, right? Is that you don't really know the person. So Dub should have taken more responsibility. So how does Dub respond to this? How does he respond to these videos that not only accuse him of being a pedophile, but also because there's all a bunch of other things like the gooning, the lolicon, and all that drama? How does he respond to all that? He makes a 1-minute video that just addresses that one thing, and that's it. It's gotta be the worst response video, because I feel like when you make a video that basically has all these allegations, you would think Dub would try to make more of an effort to address these, you know, debunk them. Or if it's true, then he should say, you know, I'm sorry, I'm trying to better myself. But no, all he did was make a minute video response, only talking about one thing, and that's basically denying that he masturbated to Dill, and that's it. You know, when somebody makes a video that's this bad, that tarnishes your reputation this bad, you're not big enough like Mr. Beast or Logan Paul. You actually have to defend yourself, and this is the best you can do, then It's just a really bad response video. And if I'm being completely honest, I think I'm gonna sever my connections with Dub because this controversy, this drama, it's just too much. And I don't want that on my channel. You know, I just want to make SML content that all of you are going to enjoy. And if this controversy seeps into these videos, then it's just not going to be fun for anybody. And it's also morally questionable. So I think I'm just going to sever my ties with WH Dude. You know, I don't have ill will towards Dub because we were friends for a long time. But the drama, the allegations, all of it is just too much. And I don't want it to affect my content in any way. So you hear it now, folks. Me and Dub severing ties. I'm not gonna be talking to him, not gonna be mentioning him in videos or bringing him up anymore. It's just that's the way it's gotta be. I think Puddle of Pizza puts it best that WH Dude is essentially a terminally online guy who has a porn addiction and won't do anything to improve himself. And that's the worst part, is because even as a friend of his and telling him, hey, you gotta take responsibility, you have to address these things, but then he just doesn't and just takes the easy way out and continues doing the things he does. It's just, at that point, I can't really help him. And if he's not going to improve himself, then I may as well just want nothing to do with him. I want to sever ties with him. I just want to make the content that I want to make happy without any of that drama seeping in, right? So you heard it here now, folks. I'm severing my ties with Dub. I don't want anything to do with him because the drama is just too much. The allegations are very bad, and he's not doing anything to actually try to improve himself or make the allegations go away or anything like that. So, yeah. And don't think that just because I'm against WH now that I'm suddenly on Darkray's side. Darkray is just as much of a questionable individual as WH Dude is, because on my Discord server, somebody was, being a healthy skeptic and questioning what was Darkray's motivations making all these videos, right? He essentially accused Darkray of being a pedophile. So what does Darkray do to respond to this? He essentially tells somebody to kill themselves. Wow, I mean, instead of just calmly saying, no, I'm not a pedophile, that's just completely wrong. No, he just straight up tells somebody to kill themselves. Totally not suspicious. I wouldn't be surprised if Darkray did turn out to be a pedophile. I mean, hey, it takes one to know one, right? But overall, a lot of drama is happening in the beginning of 2025 here, and it's just, wow, so much has happened. But I want to give a message to the community. Don't let this get you down, alright? If you still like SML, then continue to like it, because if that's what makes you happy, if that's what you enjoy, then don't let all of this bad stuff get to you, because at the end of the day, there's always been something bad that happens in the SML community, with SMR, with Ray Rans, with all the Logan stuff, and yet people still continue to watch SML and talk about it and make a little community where we just talk about the things we like. So I think eventually we're all going to forget about this and eventually look back on it and say, yeah, that was all bad, but now things are much better now. And I'm not going to quit on making SML content, because every time I did, I always came back to it, whether it be because I miss making SML content and I love doing it, or I'm doing it for the money, or both at the same time. I'm not going to be quitting SML again. I'm just going to say I'm going to be taking a break and stuff like that, right? Because if I'm not enjoying making SML content, then I'll be taking a break. And once I'm done with my break, I'll be back to making SML content. It's the cycle that has been repeated, so I may as well be honest about it and say I'm not quitting SML. There's a bunch of video ideas that I want to make that I hope you guys will be enjoying. And just look at the bright side of things, okay, guys? I know things are dark right now, but things will get better. Things always have to be bad before they can get better. So if times are tough and all hope is lost, just remember, things will eventually get better. Just focus on what makes you all happy. Focus on the good stuff on the community. And when bad things happen, call it out and move on, right? That's the best advice that I can give. So, yeah, there's SML drama, but there's always been SML drama. And I want to still make SML content, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that, and hopefully you enjoyed this video where I'm basically just talking about the drama, because eventually I was going to talk about it. It just needed to be at the right time. So, yeah. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I really got nothing else to say other than all of that. My thoughts and opinions on it, my severing ties with Dub, and yeah. So, thank you guys for watching, and take care. I really do wish you guys the best, and hopefully after all this we can move on to like better things, right? I hope. So yeah, take care.